Good morning, BK here, up with the Blackjack Specialist as you can see. I'm going to do a quick gameplay as I have about 3 minutes left on him. They have limited him to 60 minutes
You're here
of
to buy?
in-game time.
I'm here to sell. You're taking them down faster than they come in.
I'm going to answer a couple of questions here. Yesterday I pulled off the daily, obviously, which is get 10,000 score, and the weekly 20 total victory and score of 50,000, and that provides you the reward for mercenary contract 1. And now there's a 0 up there at the top right, so I'm assuming that means you might be able to just accumulate mercenary contracts. So if you wanted to stack them, it's too early to tell, obviously, because it just came out yesterday, whether you can stack that or not. But I can't imagine why they'd put a number there if it would not be indicative of having multiple, otherwise just one. Anyway, to the right it says complete weekly contracts to obtain blackjack mercenary contracts. So there again, plural, pretty indicative to me that you can stack these. Notice that I have activated it. It says game time remaining, and I also completed a side bet, and I'll show you that in just a minute as far as what that means. Apparently, there's a calling card set of 6, and when you complete the side bet for blackjack contracts, which can only be completed when you have blackjack activated in game, you can start racking up some of those new calling cards. And I've already completed the special, obviously at the bottom left, a couple of weeks ago. In regards to the Win 75 games, they have not renewed that yet for some reason. I'm looking forward to that coming back because I want to open more weapons. So let's back out of here and let's go to Specialist. That's where you're going to find Blackjack, Mercenary Contract. I'm not sure if this card is open if you do not have the contract yet, or if you can see that at all times and it's just blacked out. But anyway, this is your normal Specialist list, and he is found all the way to the left. Notice at the top left, activated game time remaining 3 minutes and 14 seconds, down from 60 minutes. It is not ticking away. Therefore, it is of in-game time. So as soon as we jump in the game, there is the assumption that will allow me to complete the match instead of turning off at 3 minutes and 14 seconds, kicking me out or giving me some crap specialist like, oh, I don't know, what's a crap, glitch, no, not glitch, reject. So that would suck. I played with Blackjack last night. It is freaking awesome. It's absolutely awesome. It makes for a totally much more fun and versatile experience. The randomness of Rogue, killing enemies, and and snagging their specialist ability, and then just going ham on a couple of people, and then, a couple of minutes later, or literally maybe a minute or two later, you can snag another specialist ability, and it could be totally something different. I had a really great time. I have some gameplay. I'll try to get that uploaded. So let's go over what these two abilities are. The Rogue, kill enemies and cash out to access their specialist weapon. Pressing left on the D-pad to flip to the most recently acquired specialist weapon. Um, the way that this works is, now I only played this in hardcore, so you can't see the recharge meter, but you do get an audible indication that your meter is filling up every time you get a kill. If I recall correctly, because I was playing very late last night, it takes 3 kills to fill your meter. Literally 3 kills. You kill 3 people, and I don't know if this changes from game type to game type, but as soon as you get a kill, you get this chime, and once that you get your 3rd kill, whoever you killed, you snag their specialist ability. Their ability will show up in the bottom right with a little flip of a card, kind of gambit style, and it'll show what that ability is. Okay, you can pop that ability. So last night I kept nailing this guy that had the war machine because he was just not doing too well. So for some reason I kept finding him. Ended up with a war machine and got 3 or 4 kills off of that, and then the specialist ability is obviously deactivated at that point, and then I went off for another 3 kills. Does not have to be a 3 kill streak or anything, just 3 kills. Charge your meter up. If you die in between, you're still charging. And then after that, I think I ended up with Vision Pulse, and damned if I ended up with Vision Pulse in the exact moment I really wanted it, because I found myself in a tight spot and did not want to expose my back as I was trying to make a corner. So popped it and got 2 kills. I mean I was smiling the whole game, the whole gameplay, because it's just a really new, neat way to play instead of being locked into whatever specialist that you chose at the beginning, which lately I've been running combat focus. Um, so this gets me back in the game with some of the other specialists that I kind of had put to bed ever since I was targeting hero unlock. The Gambler. I did get some playtime with the Gambler last night. Draw a random card ability card to your specialist deck. Again, press left on the D-pad to redraw. Okay, so this fills up in a similar way. I don't recall how many kills it took to charge the meter. For now, I'm gonna go with 3 because I didn't remember much of a difference. I'm sure it's probably the same. And what it does is it obviously gives you a random ability. If you don't like that ability, without doing anything else other than pressing left, you will redraw and get another ability. So every time I got rejacked, I arrowed over and got another ability. And most of the time, I ended up with something much more favorable. Rejack to glitch, I'll take that over rejack any day. Rejack to war machine, rejack to freaking annihilator, dude. Annihilator, man. I gotta get more playtime with that. I went. I don't know how many rounds it comes with, like 5 or 6 or something, but I used every freaking one of them and just went on a nice little frenzy there. It was awesome. Anywho, so those are the 2 abilities, Rogue and Gambler. Now, if you hit triangle, you're going to catch your side bet. Side bet, want to spice things up? I'll give you a calling card if you can complete the challenge before your contract expires. So, during your contract activation, which is within the 60 minutes, okay, you have the ability to place a side bet. In this one, and I wish it still showed exactly what you had to do to get this particular calling card. What I had to do is get 4 kills within one game using 2 different uh, abilities from that I had either taken from someone or had drawn from the Gambler. I don't know if it was drawn from the Gambler. I'm absolutely certain though that it is with 2 separate abilities using some Rogue. So I'm not really sure. I wish it would still show up on there, but it does not. So anyway, 4 kills within the same game using 2 specialist abilities that you've taken from other enemies. And then what I did was I got 1 with the Ripper and 3 with the War Machine. So you don't need to do 4 each. You don't need to do 2 and 2 or anything like that. And it doesn't matter if they're streaked. You can do 1, die, do another one, die. As long as you get 4 kills and using 2 specialist abilities to do that within the game, you will be rewarded the side bet. So it seems that each time that you get a contract, another calling card side bet is going to pop up. So more on that later. But you definitely want to try to get those out of the way when you have the contract active. So as soon as you activate Blackjack, immediately or jump over to the side bet, see what it is. You might as well start trying to get that while you're playing around and getting used to Blackjack. and not give away that precious time. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump into a quick match, quick free for all. I'm gonna show you some gameplay, much more quicker gameplay. Let's break out the FFAR again.
Free for all. Lock and load.
Okay, there's the chime. There's 3 kills. Okay, so maybe we're at 4. Maybe it's 4. Dude's already at 17. You know, can I get a fresh lobby? And I got the sparrow, so I'm gonna activate the sparrow, and I'm gonna die. So that's awesome. I'm not very good at the sparrow, and I probably should have waited, but I'm just trying to get a quick gameplay in here. There's the chime. I love it when you mean to shoot, and for some reason it punches. That's awesome. Can we get into some action? There's 2. There's 3. I'm pretty sure that was 3. So I ended up with the gravity spikes. If I didn't like 3, oh, I don't want to shoot him because that's just overdrive. So I'll show you now. Alright, stole the Ripper. I think I'll keep the Ripper. Well, that was about the only way I was going to get that kill. And that was it. Cool. Okay, so one thing that I did by mistake was I had snagged 2 abilities. Okay, I got the gravity spikes, as you noticed, and then did not want to go with that. I wanted to try to grab something else, and I don't even remember what the other ability was that I ended up with. Let's just say it was the sparrow, because I'd have to go back and double check. But anyway, grab the sparrow, and grab the sparrow, and then meant to activate the sparrow, but what it did was it put the next one behind gravity spikes in the bank, pretty much, and I should have arrowed over. So what it did was it stacked them, keeping my first ability active and ready to go, not the most recent one. So that's something I'm going to have to remember and get used to. I'm not sure how many it stacks. I'm assuming just 2. I can't imagine you could just go through and just kill the whole team and have 6 specialist abilities available for you. That would be a little bit OP to me. Notice as soon as I got out, it did put me back to the Seraph Specialist, and the reason why that is the contract has now expired. So that's what's going to look like when your contract has expired. Activate this with by completing a mercenary contract. If I hit the side bet, it's going to give me it's going to tell me what my next side bet is, which is get 4 kills in a single game using 2 or more different specialist abilities or weapons while playing as Blackjack to earn a calling card. So that's pretty cool. So as soon as I get another contract, which I'm assuming is going to be a week in the way that this is going to work out. Yeah. So it's going to be another 5 days, and then we'll be able to grab another calling card. So if my calculations is right, 5 times 6 is 30. It's going to take you a month to get all calling cards if you're sharp, and that's it. That is the blackjack intro and a little playtime. So hope this video was helpful. Please leave a comment below if you've got any awesome news or some awesome play on your channel, or whatever about the Blackjack Specialist ability. And we'll see you next time.